Robert Mueller has been a prime target for Democrats ever since he failed to destroy President Trump earlier this year, and with calls for impeaching the president growing louder by the day, Mueller is headed back to Washington to testify to Congress. But Mueller and Nancy Pelosi are now on a collision course with one another that no one saw coming. President Donald Trump has been a thorn in the side of congressional Democrats since day one. The most hated American in the country in the eyes of the left, Trump has only further enraged Democrats through his systematic undoing of President Obama's legacy during his 8 years in office. But Democrats thought they had an ace up their sleeves. After pushing a bogus narrative that the president had colluded with the Russian government to rig the 2016 election and steal the White House from Hillary Clinton, Special Counsel Robert Mueller was tasked with looking into the claims. Mueller spent the last 2 years investigating any connection between Trump and the Russians, and Democrats were confident that his work would mark the beginning of the end for Trump's administration. But instead of dealing the final blow to the president, Mueller instead exonerated the president of practically any wrongdoing. The result left Democrats outraged and prompted them to haul Mueller before a congressional committee to testify. And now, Mueller and House Speaker Nancy Pelosi are set to clash with one another in Washington. The Washington Times reports, Robert Mueller says his 448-page report is his testimony. But that's not stopping lawmakers from signaling they will try to coax the former special counsel to break the Mueller rule when he arrives July 17 on Capitol Hill. After 22 months with the aid of 40 FBI agents, Mr. Mueller failed to find a Trump-Russia election meddling conspiracy as alleged by Democrats, Obama loyalists and media. But some Democrats have not given up and want more information on Moscow-Trump ties. That's why Democrats are working to drag Mueller to testify to them. They want to force him to say something, anything, that would implicate the president in illegal activity. At this point, it doesn't even matter to Democrats whether or not it involves Russia. They simply need an excuse to begin impeachment proceedings against Trump, and the hope among Democrats like Nancy Pelosi is that Mueller will give them the excuse to do just that. While Mueller continues to say that he won't provide anything new beyond what he's already listed in his report, Democrats are determined to get something out of the former special counsel, and thus, Mueller and Pelosi are now at odds with one another like never before. Just months ago, the narrative was that the two were allies working together to bring down the president. But Pelosi is now poised to take her wrath out on Mueller for his failure to destroy the president.